JayArr.
And I'm AdamHarry.
And we are from Bell of Lost Souls.
Oh.
And we are diving into the Deepkin and their accompanying boat.
Which is quite fitting since we're from the Bell of Lost Souls and they are missing some souls.
So let's go see how they're going to get them back. I want to take a look at that boat.
Yeah, we've got two kits here. Obviously, we've got the High King of the Deep here, which we'll get to. And then the Gloomtide Shipwreck. This was a really funny video they did.
Yeah.
I've been very curious about this boat for a long time.
They put this boat in an actual fish tank.
I mean, it kind of fits.
It really does. So if you actually have a fish tank and want to like go to all the trouble to paint it up and then protect it from water,
seal it. Yeah.
Seal it. Yeah, it'll look great in your fish tank.
Yeah.
You can you can have everything be.
I wouldn't do it, but you could.
You could.
There's instructions. Why don't you do that? I'm gonna pull the sprues out here and we'll go.
All right. We've got the Gloomtide Shipwreck. This one is not in color, which is interesting. It's been a while since I've seen one that's not in color, but it shows you how to put it together. It's kind of like oriented like this. For being a model that is as kind of complex and detailed as that ship is, it doesn't seem to be too complicated. Like there are a lot of steps and a lot of pieces, but they all seem to fit together pretty straightforward.
It's almost like a model boat.
Yeah. Whoa.
And it does have rules.
It does have rules because it's got some scenery rules. They, strangely enough, only benefit the Deepkin.
That's weird. Why would they do that?
Yeah. You've got the Guardians of the Deep rule, which you can gives any guys within that are wholly within 6 inches of a Gloomtide Shipwreck a 6-up feel no pain. And you've got Predators of the Ether Sea, which at the start of your hero phase lets you roll a die for each unit that is not an Deepkin within 3 inches of the terrain. On a 4-up, they suffer 1 mortal wound. On a 6, they suffer a D3 mortal wounds instead. Brutal stuff. It's got an etheric vortex. That's what it does. It'll kill your guys. But holy cow, look at this thing.
Real fast, there are 4 separate sprues. Here's the first, and these are all different sprues. So here's the first one. You can see this crazy, the ribs of the ship. You can see kind of how the planks would go and the ribs of the ship. But it's super cool, and it is, it's 3-dimensional off the sprue right off the bat, right?
You've also got a mast and like a school of fish.
Yeah. And
you can see part of the masthead there.
Yeah, the masthead. There's half the body. And folks have noted, I was noting this when we first saw the teaser, this actually looks like one of the ships from the Dread Sea game.
Yeah.
And I forget the name of the ship. It was the Sigmar ship.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a funny thing I noted because the masthead looked the same. So very cool, very high detail. You can actually see the fibers, the direction of the planks.
Planks,
yeah. So that's super cool. Just really good detail on there, all along there. Just super good job. You're gonna notice that throughout the kit.
Yeah.
Next up,
let's take a look at the other side.
Yeah.
So you put those two together.
Yeah. You just kind of go. You can actually see a little bit. You just kind of like that.
Yep. This has got This also got the upper deck as well. Because it's. As you can see here, like
it's a multi-deck.
It's a multi-deck thing. Yeah. It's got like terrain up top as well, so you can definitely get guys up there.
It's got the other half of the masthead here, and again, barnacles and stuff are growing on the side of the ship's wreck.
And I love little details like this. Yeah. Like you can see, there's some of the cargo that was on the ship that's been shattered and laying in wait at the bottom of the sea.
Bum, bum, bum. Davy Jones Walker.
Here we go. We have the rest of the
Here's
deck
the other half
of the other half.
Of the other half. Yeah.
This is sort of the top part of the boat. I don't actually know the nautical term for it.
The deck?
The deck? Yeah.
Top deck?
The top deck? Yeah, it's that guy.
Yeah, the top deck.
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually the captain's quarters.
You can see
at the aft.
They're super fancy.
Yeah, I watched a lot of Pirates of Dark Water as a kid, so I know my nautical terms.
Excellent. That's how you learn them. Pirates of Dark Water and also of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
They're really fancy. You can see this is like the most Sigmar ship ever with like pillars.
It's got pillars, and it's got actually the twin tilt comet of Sigmar along the side, which is kind of fun. It's kind of a nod to This is technically an order vessel, so
Technically,
and again, it's the wreck of an order vessel.
yes.
It has been claimed by the sea. But this is such a really cool kit. Like, and the final sprue.
Finally, we have the base of it.
Yeah, we've got the deck.
The deck and the base.
Yeah, and then the actual base, which is where the ribs and stuff are going to kind of glow. You can kind of see how this.
Yeah,
on there.
it's really cool because it all kind of suggests how it fits together.
Yeah,
which is pretty neat.
Yeah, and this actually makes up 2 separate chunks, if you will, which is really cool. So, all right, so that's enough of the Gloomtide Shipwreck.
Now let us dive into the Volturnos, High King of the Deep.
Yes. So this is another really cool kit.
Yes.
I think he's riding a Sigmar.
Yeah.
I think is what the thing was called.
Cool. It's like a seahorse, but with claws and 3 tails. You can also make an Ideneth Lord of the Phalanx from this kit as well. And if you, for some reason, don't want to have the special character.
Or just a Killian King.
Yeah, an Achillean King.
So everything in the box.
Let us
2 sprues,
take
3
a look.
sprues.
3 sprues.
We'll come back. Oh, yeah. 2 little mini sprues put together still. So.
Back to color for the instructions.
Yep.
There's the Achillean King, and then on the front was Volturnos.
Yep. We have no idea who Volturnos is, by the way.
Yeah,
the base is a larger one. Not like it's larger than Terminator.
It's like Dreadnought size.
No, that's like a 50. I want to say 50 or 60 millimeter. I forget.
Okay.
Moving on.
Big guy.
Big guy.
Big guy for big.
Not the biggest
horse.
base.
Not the biggest base.
The frisbee base.
But you can see, like, this is a fairly complicated model. The tentacles, like, it's really cool the way that it's supported up by the tentacles.
Yeah.
Of the sea mare. He fits together, and then once you get to the point where you're gonna assemble the the body and head, that's where you decide if you want to make Volturnos
or just a regular
Achillean King. Yeah. Super sweet, super easy.
Now, as far as the rules go, you can find these online.
Yes, but he's got a lot of rules.
Yeah,
but he's pretty spicy. So first off, he's got the Crest of High Kings, which well, before I get into the abilities, I want to talk about him. He's got 8 wounds, 3 up save, 14-inch move, pretty mobile. And
he's not just mobile, he can fly too.
Very tough as well. He's also got nothing but melee weapons, but he's got a lot of real spicy attacks. He has 5 attacks himself, and his seahorse has 6. So as we were talking about the abilities, he's got the Astra Solus, which if it hits on a 6+, it rends at -5 instead of -1.
Woo.
He has the Crest of the High Kings, which lets him add 1 to the bravery of Ideneth Deepkin units, which is something that we're seeing a lot of. Like, the more of these guys there are, the more they add bravery to the units. There's a lot of leadership buffs. He's got a fancy shield, which can protect him from spells. He's got a fancy rule first among Achilleans, which lets all Achilleans reroll 1s while they're nearby. Like, he is an anchor for your army, right? And then of course his Deep Mare, if they do a charge, they do like a crushing impact rule kind of thing. And his command ability is pretty spicy.
Let's see.
If he's your general and you are in high tide, because the Ideneth Deep have like that Tides of Death thing, but on high tide you can pick up to 3 friendly units that are wholly within 18 inches of him, add 1 to their attacks, as long as they're melee attacks used by those units during the combat phase until your next until your next hero phase. So they're just going to be
extra killing.
A murder.
Yeah, and then
extra
real quick,
murdery.
The other option. Oh, that's a cool armor.
Oh wow, that is real cool.
This is the
Achillean King, who has just as many rules. They've got the Deep Mare Horn, of course. They have
14 smooth and still has fly. So
still has fly. They have just a generic
not
bladed,
a sea mare, a deep mare.
A Deep Mare. Generic bladed polearm, and then like 3 other weapons just because.
Depending on you load him out here. But
yeah.
What ability-wise, how is he different?
How is he different? So you can still reroll hit rolls of 1 for Achelian guys with only a 12-inch range instead of an 18-inch range. He's got the Storm of Blows, which you can say that he's going to draw his falchion instead of using a shield. So you basically drop from a 3-up to a 4-up save, but you can attack with your falchion as well. So you get like 3 extra attacks basically. That hit on 3s, wound on 4s.
Gives you the option to change it up if you're fighting hordes.
Yeah, exactly. He's also got Whale Rider. If he has done a charge move, the damage characteristic of his polearm is 3 instead of a D3. And then his command ability is Lord of the Tides. It is a lot like what Volturnos does, except it is just 1 unit within 12 inches.
So it's a watered-down version of...
Yeah. Watered-down version of Volturnos.
It's really
pretty
cool kit. Let's take a look at the model.
Let's take a look at these models, yeah.
Yeah. So first off, here's the big double sprue.
Ooh.
So I said 3 sprues because it's too many sprues. Whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about. So, we've got parts of the tails. I think it's all of the tails, actually.
I think so, yeah.
And then just the crazy cape and headdress and all those options.
Yeah, like he comes with his own throne, basically.
He's wearing it on the back.
He's wearing it on his back, and that's this bit right here. There's a lot to take a look at. There's a lot of real cool detail here. Like you can see the scales that run down the tail along with the spines, and that theme is kind of mirrored in him as well. In Volturnos, you can see like he's got a lot of like fin work on his throne thing. His bladed polearm for the Achelian king is there. It looks radical. Let's take a look at that little guy.
Yeah, here's a small sprue here. And you can see again more of the same. Lots of detail. Here's the claws of the horse. There are scales of the deep mare, which are I think that's such a cool like combination. This crazy thing that goes on the base, it just looks cool. It's got like a doid looking head on it. It's Cthulhu at the same time. And then there's your different weapon options: your greatsword, the halberd, and all that. And the shield, and then the falchion that's in the scabbard, because you gotta pull that.
You gotta pull that out. You gotta put away your shield and pull out the extra sword to stab with.
Yeah, I just like this kit. I also like this bit right here. That's the deep mare's head with the Unicron horn.
Yep, it's really cool.
Unicron. Yeah,
he's gonna eat a planet.
No, it's a unicorn. It's a unicorn. He's gonna eat your planet. Thank you, JayArr.
He's gonna eat your planet and
steal your souls.
Voiced by Orson Welles.
Bingo. He's gonna Orson Welles your planet.
How fancy. He would like to talk to you about some frozen vegetables and boutique champagne, but we are here to talk instead about Volturnos, the High King of the Deep, and
that's pretty much it.
The Gloomtide Shipwreck. I am JayArr.
I'm AdamHarry. We're both from BoLS.
Thanks for watching.
Click to subscribe. Support us on Patreon. Check out more videos. And thanks for watching.